What is up, everybody? I'm John, aka the Game Noob, and today I saw Captain America Civil War. Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the movie and give a brief spoiler-free review while playing the most perfect game ever. History Channel's Civil War Secret Missions. There is no better tie-in game than this. Wait, am I playing the bad guys? I don't want to play the bad guys. I know I'm from Texas, but I don't want to play the bad guys. Okay, so Captain America Civil War was an amazing movie. It was. Usually when I see a good movie, I try to nitpick it as much as possible for these videos. But honestly, I was way too into Captain America Civil War to nitpick it. There's not a door to this building. There's a door to the building. But the door won't open. Die! Maybe if I blow up the door. If I blow up the door, will it open? No! The door is fucking indestructible. If you watch these videos, then you know me and origin stories. I don't like them. Fortunately, this movie kind of ignores Spider-Man's origin story. But that's kind of the cool thing about this movie, because it successfully balances so many different characters. And it's amazing, because Batman v Superman failed. And it only had like 5 if you count Lex Luthor and Alfred. But other than that, like that's like all they had to carry. Yeah, it was Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Lois Lane. But this movie manages to balance 12 people. 12. I probably couldn't even name all the people that this movie balanced. There we go. Yeah, but it was amazing though, because each character was pretty well fledged out. Even the 2 new guys in the movies, Black Panther and Spider-Man. Spider-Man, like, he was already Spider-Man. They didn't really go into his origin, which I'm perfectly fine with. There is kind of an origin for Black Panther in this movie. I don't think it's the real origin though, because he got that costume pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure he already had that costume. And also, he can fight. And I don't think some diplomat's son would be able to fight like that. Like, I think he was already the Black Panther. There was no real origin there. It just gave him a motivation to join the fight. I was kind of happy with how much Spider-Man there was, because I'm really excited about Spider-Man. And I heard that he was going to be in it more than a lot of people expected, but I don't know. I think that led me to expect him to be in it more than he was, but we still have a good amount of Spider-Man. And I really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man thus far. What we saw of it was pretty awesome. Yeah, like there's always that battle of Spider-Mans, because there's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and then there's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And I think someone called me for half of a second. I think that Tobey Maguire had the better Peter Parker, but Andrew Garfield had the best Spider-Man. Yeah, so if you took the nerdy Tobey Maguire Peter Parker and mixed it with the mouth and fun of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, that'd be the perfect Spider-Man. And this Tom Holland Spider-Man kind of does that. And that's what I really like about his Spider-Man thus far. What we saw of him is he has the mouth, and it's constantly running throughout the entire fight, and it's amazing, and I love it. And I have no clue where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Tom Holland Spider-Man. I really like Tom Holland Spider-Man because it mixes the mouth of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man the way that I think it should be. I mean, I'm not a huge comic book reader, but I've read quite a few Spider-Man comics, and that's one of my favorite things about Spider-Man is he's cracking jokes all the time. Yeah, I mean, like, that's why people often put him next to Deadpool, is because their mouths are constantly running and they're constantly making jokes. So I like that in my Spider-Man. But Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was too cool. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. People like him. Nah, there's no way he's the nerd nobody likes. Yeah, but Tom Holland can be that. He's young, and he's pretty unsure of himself, and it's kind of fun. Aunt May. Aunt May. That was an interesting choice for Aunt May. It's interesting. Is there a crouch button? Oh, there's a crouch button. Okay. Yeah, but Aunt May. Interesting choice for Aunt May. And I kind of think they realized that. They're just like, wow, so that's the person you chose. Okay. Yeah, because it seemed self-aware. It was fun seeing Paul Rudd back in the movie. That was fun. Yeah, like that was the difference between this movie. Well, there were a lot of differences between this movie and Batman v Superman. But one was the fun. It was fun. It was fun. Even when, yeah, like the fighting did get like really like tense, and I don't want these people to fight, but like it stayed fun. You know, like they were still spouting off jokes at each other, and I can't really give examples because that'd be spoiling. I don't want to spoil things, even jokes. And also another comparison to Batman v Superman, because that was the other superhero versus movie we had this year. The main fight between Batman v Superman, it lasted like 10 minutes. And that was outrageous. The fight in this movie actually felt good. Like, it is a long, decent chunk of the movie. There is a lot of setting up towards it. I believe, if I heard it correct, this is the longest Marvel cinematic film thus far. But yeah, but like, I was never bored during the movie like I kind of was in Batman v Superman. And another thing, did we kill them all already? All right, you guys got my back. And I had a train of thought. And I lost it. That happens so many fucking times when I try to do these videos. It is so difficult to play a game and talk about something that has nothing to do with the game. The villain, like the real villain, you know, it was interesting actually. No, like this entire movie was interesting because it just completely doesn't do what you expect a superhero movie to do. This movie is incredibly political also. Like, the nice thing about it though is, you know, usually when people argue politics, it's nothing that really affects you. You know, it's like, what should we do about the immigration problem? And it's like, I'm not an who the fuck shot me? Yeah, but it's like, what should we do about the immigration problem? And it's like, well, I'm not an immigrant, so that doesn't really affect me, you know. What should we do about poverty? Well, I'm from a middle-class family, that doesn't really affect me. Yeah, but like in this movie, you actually see how it affects the people that in the movie. And it's interesting. And it kind of makes you feel like in the early action scenes, when it gets to that part of the movie where the there's that act that says that the Avengers will essentially work for the UN. Like when people start to disagree, but there's still that plot running in the background with Bucky. Like you're kind of actually kind of tense because you're like, they can't screw this up, or they're fucked from even a political standing, and it actually makes those fight scenes more intense even before the actual, brawl civil war. There's the opening action scene that kind of sets everything in motion, and there's that really bad, the bad guy. He's got the mask and he looks really big and buff, and then he starts talking and his voice is kind of high pitched, It's just kind of like, that was not what I was expecting, dude. I completely forgot what the hell I was talking about when it came to Civil War, man. The Russo brothers. I'm enjoying the Russo brothers. They're essentially like the new Joss Whedons since Joss Whedon left. They're the ones taking over, and I'm really happy about that because I loved Civil War, but I also loved Winter Soldier. Yeah. And they did that also, and and I can't wait for the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, but overall, Civil War is a fantastic film. It may be my new favorite superhero movie. The tension was real. I love the new superheroes. Like, it was a believable story also, for the most part. Why can't I go into the bushes? God damn it. I tried to seek shelter in the bushes, but it wouldn't let me go into the bushes. Okay, that's it for this video. If you have a movie that you want me to watch and do a little review on, put it in the comments, and I'll try to find a game that kind of sort of ties in to said movie. Comment what you thought about my opinions of Civil War down below. Feel free to like the video, and feel free to check out my other videos, which I shall put on a little end slate card. And if you like those videos, feel free to subscribe. Peace. For everyone who's already seen the movie, do you think it's funny how both this movie and Batman v Superman had a climax that hinged on the past death of the mom of the rich dude in the fancy mechanical suit? Like, because I think that's hilarious.